Hi, I'm Dr. Alise Cortez with Gusto Now. I'm here to talk with you about how you can find gusto in your organization. I'm going to take you through a simple process here that we help our clients with. And yes, by the way, I'm recording this in my favorite place, which is my library. I have read most all those books behind me, and that's how we have helped develop this framework that we're going to take you through. So I'm going to explain to you the simple roadmap that we help our clients to create their cultures of gusto so they have that life force of performance that allows them to be able to perform through purpose and unleash cultures of gusto. So the first thing that we do when we help our clients is we first go in and we diagnose the engagement levels and the purpose experience level. And so what we're looking for here is the extent to which people understand the purpose of your organization and what's going well in your organization and what isn't. And then we have a framework, a 4-quadrant of engagement that we use. So you might be the walking dead, you could be in burnout zone, which is where your people are very passionate, but they're overextended. You could be at the aspirate place where you're doing a lot of things well, but not quite enough to really bring it to full fruition, or the gusto realm, which is where you really want to be and where we can help you get to. So that's the first step, diagnose where you're at. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to then help you to detect and articulate your purpose, mission, vision, and values with your full team or representatives of your full team. Not just you, the executives, cascading it downward. It needs to be a full-on team approach so they have ownership in it. So we help you while the life scratch together to come up with that so it lives within them, not as a statement on a wall someplace. Third step then is to embed that purpose, mission, vision, and values into your culture so it lives as a living element in your organization. At the same time, helping to celebrate the strengths that we discovered in that diagnostic, as well as starting to shore up some of those differences and weaknesses that we discovered then as well, helping you to operationalize that to a greater level of satisfaction and efficiency. And then the fourth thing we'll work on together is we'll help then to develop you, the executive level of leadership, into inspirational leaders. And this is where you learn how to be able to, one, cascade a message that helps people understand why is your organization important and why should they care and how they can feel attached to that. They feel they're part of something bigger than themselves. And therefore they feel that sense of ownership and satisfaction and enlivenment. And you don't need to be greatly charismatic to do this, by the way. You can be an inspirational leader without that. There's lots of ways to be able to achieve that. Then the fifth thing that we're going to do is we're going to then develop your managers, train your managers, the ones that are on the front line of your people, to be what we call managers of meaning. And this is where we teach them how to communicate the worth and value of the work of the everyday person into and with and through the purpose of your organization, so they can see how their individual role really matters, and they hear that, they understand that from their manager. Then the sixth thing that we'll do is we will then help you work with your full team to help them understand and discover their own individual purpose and their values and how they're related to and are extended through your organization. And that is where there's so much juice and so much power. It's incredible when you see those humans that realize how their individual purpose, wherever they are on that journey, and their values are connected to your organization or not. We want to know if they're not as well. And then, of course, the last piece of this whole thing is we're going to continue to measure and monitor the engagement and purpose experience in your organization. So we'll do this at the very beginning. We do the diagnostic. So you have a base level measurement. And then in each quarter, we'll then go in and measure that engagement level and the purpose experience level. And what we're doing there is we're assessing to what extent are things going well or not well for your team, so you know where you can address your efforts. And two, to make sure that there is alignment between the head, heart, and hands of them. So what you're looking for, the head speaks to the extent to which they understand the purpose and can say it and speak to it. And then the heart is the extent to which they feel aligned to that and emotionally connected to it. And then, of course, the hands is how does it show up in their actual day-to-day. So this is the process. This is your roadmap to get you to a culture of gusto. And we can do so much with you just within 6 months. You'll see a huge change already in 3 months. We can move your needle significantly within 6 months. So reach out to me. Let's start a conversation. Let's just see where you are. All right. Cheers.